Oh yeah.
Hello everybody, what is up? My name is MVPerry, and today we're going to be reacting to the entire Five Nights at Freddy's lore explained in 10 minutes by Krog. Link is in the description, and before I get into this, I do want to say, I've been into Five Nights at Freddy's for a long time. I've been playing it ever since I was like 12 or whatever. It's been part of my life. I've made tons of videos about it, but somehow up to this point, I have never actually understood the lore. I've never watched a full-on lore video, and what better way than a 10-minute quick one that can easily be watched. I don't want to watch a 2-hour explanation. And let's get right into it. I hope I understand it, considering how much info is packed into such a short amount of time. As you can see, I still have my boxing wraps because I just came back from boxing practice, so just ignore that. I'm too lazy to take them off. But let's get right into this.
FNAF lore in 10 minutes.
FNAF lore in 10 minutes. Let's go.
A guy named William moves from England to a...
Okay. Of course he's from England, right? Of course he's from England. What do you expect? William Afton. Look at this dude. He's English. But besides the point, besides that meme, William Afton looks terrifying. This guy looks crazy.
A small town called Hurricane with his wife and 3 kids. It's in this small town that he meets a fella named Henry, who has his own kids, and Henry and William become good friends.
So Henry and William are friends. That's what I understand so far. They both have families. They're good friends. Understood.
Decide on a business venture to open up a family diner that sold cake, and with the main attraction being these 2 animatronic suits that can either be an animatronic or can spring lock into suits that humans can wear. Keep that in mind.
So they made a partnership. They did a collab. Instead of YouTube videos, they collabed and made a pizzeria with 2 animatronics. So I understand that so far.
And it'll be important later. Henry wore the Freddy suit and William wears the Bonnie suit. Fellas, business is booming for Fazbear's Family Diner. So much so that they opened up another branch called Freddy.
So they're making money. They're making bank. And now they opened a new
Fazbear's Pizza, where he creates 4 new animatronics: Bonnie, Chica, Freddy, and Foxy. But what we don't know about William Afton is that he's a crazed lunatic, an absolute psychopath. It is for this reason that it's assumed that Henry...
So William Afton is a psycho. You didn't have to tell me that. I saw his picture, but...
created an animatronic called the Puppet to protect his daughter Charlie from danger.
Wait, who created... let me see who created the puppet. Someone created the puppet to protect the daughter. Let's see.
An absolute psychopath. It is for this reason that it's assumed that Henry created an animatronic called the Puppet.
Okay. So Henry could tell William was kind of a psycho, so he builds the puppet to protect his daughter.
To protect his daughter Charlie from danger.
Understood.
One day in Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, Henry's daughter Charlie gets locked outside of the pizzeria. However, the puppet can't...
Henry's daughter's outside. She's locked out.
And to save Charlie as it's stuck in a box. And as William pulls into the driveway...
Man, they should have not winded up the music box, right?
He ends up murdering Charlie and dragging her into an alley.
Sorry. Who killed?
William pulls into the driveway. He ends up murdering Charlie.
William killed Henry's daughter.
And dragging her into an alley. Once the puppet finally gets out of the box, it goes outside to protect Charlie, only to find her dead. What happens?
Oh, okay, so... puppet could not do its job to save Charlie.
What happens next is that Charlie's spirit inhabits the puppet, so it's now possessed by Charlie's spirit.
Okay, so Charlie's inside the puppet.
Henry lost his only child. Now, while all of this is going on, let's focus on William Afton's family. He has 2 sons and a daughter.
So that's a tragic thing that just happened, but now we have William's family.
But right now, let's focus on the boys.
2 sons and a daughter.
The small one is Evan, and the older is Mike.
Evan
is scared of the animatronics, and Mike sees this as a wonderful opportunity to prank Evan. On Evan's birthday...
So Evan gets pranked. He got pranked.
Party, Mike, the older brother, decides to put Evan near the mouth of an animatronic version of Freddy to give him a big kiss. What happened instead is that the spring locks on the suit fail due to the moisture of the tears.
Okay, so prank gone wrong.
Which ends up causing the animatronic to bite down on William's kid like a Big Mac, killing him.
What was that about the Big Mac? You trying to meme his death? It's okay, I do the same thing.
Thus marking the bite of 83. The death of his youngest son...
The bite of 83 was when he died.
Was enough to spiral William Afton's mind into even more chaos and psychotic behavior. He ends up luring 5
So William's kids are kind of psycho too.
Children into the safe room of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza dressed up as Spring Bonnie, from which he then kills them. But where would he hide the body?
So he dresses up as Spring Bonnie and lures kids in to kill them.
You may ask. Well, when Afton was designing the 4 new suits, he made a compartment specifically designed to fit children inside of the animatronics. And because of this, no one was able to find...
So he designed it that way on purpose. Okay, it wasn't that they were stuffed in, like, as a last case scenario. They're like, where do I put the body? Oh, I know. No, he knew exactly what he was doing. He planned this out.
The puppet, witnessing all of this, decides to assist the children. But there's 5 children and 4 suits. Where would the extra child go? Well, the extra child was stuffed into the Golden Fredbear costume. So now we have 6
so all these kids
that have their souls stuck in animatronics. Shortly after, Afton ends up getting fired from his own company and the restaurant is closed down due to health
I'm surprised he wasn't fired a long time ago.
violations. However, William Afton didn't stop there. After the closure of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, he decides to make a new company called Afton Robotics and creates a new location specifically designed to murder children.
Wow, okay. Yeah, I don't think he's doing this for the money, guys. I think he knows exactly what he wants.
But why, you may ask?
I mean, why? Because he wants to kill people!
When Afton was murdering the 5 children, he discovered a way to become immortal, introducing Remnant. When the kids die, they release this material
There's some scientific stuff going on here. I never knew this.
called Remnant, which bonds your soul onto something. This is
How on earth do they make this? Is he cursed?
basically how the missing children and Charlie were able to possess the spirits of animatronics. He uses this information specifically to create Circus Baby, who is able to lure children in with games and
Oh, yeah, she's literally built for that.
then crush them inside of her stomach.
That's
So now
crazy.
we know that William's youngest child is dead, and his eldest is doing something not really important right now, but maybe later. Anyway,
Okay.
Elizabeth, Afton's daughter, is here at this private party to unveil the
Okay, so the sons were crazy. One of them was scared and died, and the other one pranked him too hard and killed him. But now we have the daughter of Afton. I don't know nothing about her. I'm curious to find out.
new location in the franchise, until Elizabeth gets a little too close to baby, and yeah, she gets folded like a lawn chair. Anyway,
So his own creation killed his daughter, I think. If this is making sense.
because of this incident, the Circus Baby Pizza World was shut down due to a gas leak.
Oh,
But
yeah,
rest
for
assured,
sure.
he still kept the animatronics open for rental. For what reason? Well, you remember this guy, right? Afton's only son? William, being the
Michael Afton, okay.
wonderful father he is, he sent his son to locate and free the soul of Elizabeth, who is trapped inside of
Free the soul? How would you free it?
Circus Baby. So now let's shift to the news.
It's crazy that he's not just sad that his daughter's dead from his own creation. He just sends his son over to the same place. This dude's crazy.
Star of the show, Michael Afton, who survives the first 4 nights pretty well until around the 4th night, where technicians are instructed to scoop out the shells of the animatronics and take the salvageable endoskeletons.
Oh,
This
this is all in FNAF's sister location. Okay.
scooping machine also has some remnant. I wonder why. Soon enough, all of the animatronics get scooped, but they all combine their parts of their endoskeleton into some weird megazord known as Ennard.
Whoa! I've seen Ennard many times because I've made so many Five Nights at Freddy's videos, and I always joke about him being like a clown and stuff, but I had no idea this was actually all of them mixed together. It's crazy.
On the final night, our man Michael ends up finding himself in this godforsaken scooping machine, and it turns out Baby's true intentions were to scoop the living hell out of Michael's organs and make some room for Ennard to chill in there.
Ah, okay. So he died from his sister?
Like some fucked up hermit crab. Needless to say, our boy Michael gets scooped like he's one of those strawberry sherbet ice creams, and
Scooped! He just got scooped!
all that remnant keeps his soul alive, whilst Ennard makes his way inside of the corpse to escape the complex. Wrong game.
Alright, I'm like, what? I don't know.
Eventually, we realize that Michael's body slowly ends up deteriorating due to him being basically a walking corpse. A
I
few
still don't get he said earlier that William Afton discovers some kind of like immortality that makes him live forever, but he's decaying. I don't quite understand how he did that, but I guess he did.
2 days later, Ennard ends up escaping into a sewer system, and just when you think our boy is dead, he gets reanimated back to life. Now that Michael has freed Elizabeth, his new goal is to find William Afton.
Okay, so Michael freed Elizabeth, and now they're trying to find William Afton. I'm still a little bit confused, but I think it's gonna come
Forward a bit, Michael isn't able to find his father, but while all of this is happening, William decides to go to the original abandoned location to dismantle all of the old animatronics. William ends up snapping those fools like Lego
FNAF 1.
bricks, but unbeknownst to William, he just awoken the spirits in a physical form. The spirits all gather up and
Oh, so William just went in there. He just folded all the FNAFs. He just destroyed them in FNAF 1. But then they came out as like ghosts or something?
confront William. However, in this safe room lies the very suit that William Afton used to kill these children. In an attempt to, I don't know, scare them, he puts on the suit and laughs mockingly.
Oh,
It was
interesting. So he tries to scare the ghosts by being scarier than them?
all fine and dandy until those spring locks on the suit got a little too loose. And yeah,
that's what you get.
William ended up getting crushed and mutilated, causing
That's
a
what
very
you get.
ironic death. His
Very
corpse just
ironic.
laid there for a while
Died the way he killed so many kids.
until some fools decided to reopen the Five Nights at Freddy's
So
franchise
he's just there dead, kind of. But then FNAF gets reopened
as a
again.
horror attraction. They found the suit and thought, hey, this bloody animatronic suit seems to be perfect to put inside of a horror attraction for kids. When
Yeah, they don't even care at this point. They're just like, we'll use it.
they do this, William decides to become alive again and stalks this
He
area
just decides, he's just like, I'm alive again. What?
here for a week. I say a week because after 1 week passed, the building was set on fire. The reason being unknown, but all that you need to know is that Springtrap, or William, is still alive despite the fire.
Okay, William's still alive somehow.
It's possible it could have been Michael to set the fire in an attempt to try and kill William Afton, but we don't know. However, he didn't escape without significant damage, as now he has to repair himself a little bit. And do you remember?
So that's why he's all beat up.
Ennard, who escaped through the sewer? Well, Baby was ejected from this and ends up having to piece herself together into Scrap Baby.
Oh, so she was still part of it. Now she wants to be herself again. So that's how Scrap. It's so weird to hear how all these animatronics became how they did. Like, that's crazy. Okay.
While the rest of Ennard dons a Freddy mask to become Molten Freddy. We've discussed
that's how he came
a lot of characters this video, but there's one that I haven't talked about in too much detail. That would be Henry, William Afton's friend, whose daughter became the puppet. In all of this grief, Henry steps in to finally devise a plan to end it all. He opens up a new pizzeria under the Freddy's franchise to gain
Henry opens a new FNAF, even though he's been dead inside, crying for all this time because of his daughter being dead.
The attention of the roaming animatronics.
Oh, but he opens this place. He opens it to get their attention, not because he's trying to make money. Okay.
Including Michael Afton, who still wants to find William Afton. Mike ends up getting the security job, and remember, he still looks like his father here. Henry creates an
Wait. So Michael looks like all beat up or something?
Animatronic to capture his daughter. The animatronic is called Lefty, and little by little, Mike collects every single one of the animatronics.
Are you kidding me? Puppet is inside of Lefty?
Into one facility, all according to Henry's plan. And on the final night, we finally get to hear Henry.
Is that security or no? Is that Ultimate Custom Night? Is Ultimate Custom Night lore? I thought Ultimate Custom Night was just for fun, like by Scott Cawthon. I didn't realize that exists. The reason all the animatronics are gathered there is because it was to lure in the rest of them.
He has this awesome speech that my words couldn't do justice, so by all means check it out on your own. However, Henry's plan was to gather all the animatronics to one place in order to burn them, freeing their souls.
Okay.
He tells Mike, the volunteer, that there was a way for him to get out, but he feels that Mike might want to die here. Henry commits arson to the building, killing all of the animatronics ever, including Mike himself and
okay, they're all gone.
Of course, William Afton, where his soul is presumably forever tortured by all of the animatronics.
So you get Afton, William Afton.
We finally get a peaceful ending. All loose ends.
I was gonna say, is that the end really? Something's not adding up here.
Finally tied together. How peaceful. Until the next game comes out.
See, there we go.
This is where another company takes control of the FNAF games instead of Scott Cawthon, so there might be a lot of plot holes. But it's up to you on which story you want to continue.
Okay, well, I want to hear it out at least.
Continue or end with. Anyways, it said that before William died, he uploaded himself virtually onto binary code, and when they develop a virtual FNAF experience,
this guy wanted to live on in the computer.
William's conscious enters through code and now is in the virtual game. He's able to use his power to slowly take over people's bodies. William ends up finding a host named Vanessa to take control of.
Oh, so this is security breach explained now? Vanessa is being possessed by William? That's awkward, because she's like a girl and he's a guy. It's kind of weird.
Using her to create an alter ego called Vanny, which William can take control of. Shortly after, a new FNAF mall is created. God, these guys really need to stop making FNAF branded things. And to go figure...
Well, it's such a big company, so like every time they opened, even besides the deaths and stuff, it would make money because people would want to go. So I get why they would reopen it again as security breach.
In this mall, 9 children are missing. Our main cast is the glam rock series of Chica, Freddy, Roxy, and this alligator who apparently jumped the living hell out of Bonnie and killed him.
That is awesome. So much respect to... What is his name again? I forgot his name. You know, the alligator. Because I hate Bonnie for some reason.
What you need to know is that these animatronics are in some way controlled by William Afton. Anyway, Glamrock Freddy ends up malfunctioning on stage because he is exempt from being controlled by William and he spazzes out.
Oh, so Glamrock Freddy's different. He don't get affected by William.
He wakes up near closing time only to spot Gregory, some homeless kid who presumably thinks that living in a mall with robot animals is a good idea.
I never thought of Gregory as homeless, but it's true, and he does seem homeless, honestly.
Now, some people assume that Gregory is an animatronic because how his vision glitches when he sees...
No, he's not an animatronic. What are you talking about?
Freddy and Gregory work together and basically end up stealing parts of animatronics to make Freddy stronger. To do this, they throw Chica into a trash compactor, snapping the alligator Monty into bite-sized pieces, and then...
And his name is Monty, now I remember.
Promptly commit vehicular manslaughter on a fox.
There you go, Roxy.
up exploring underneath the complex to find a replica restaurant where they find the Blob, a creature that has the souls of what seems like many
I was wondering why Funtime Freddy's face was on that.
animatronics. And William Afton, I thought you were dead. Anyway, William wants to resume his favorite hobby, killing children.
He's still alive.
So that's the reason why he wants to control all of the animatronics, is just to murder children. But after an epic final fight, Gregory and Glamrock Freddy end up burning the entire complex whole, which probably won't work on William Afton. And
because no matter what, William Afton always comes back. As you can see, I get the meme now. There's no way that he dies, even from fire and everything else.
As William Afton is about to catch Gregory and Glamrock Freddy, William Afton is captured by the Blob to, I don't know, some other place now.
He's just gone.
As you know it, the complex ends up getting shut down, and that's the ending. We get a beautiful ending, similar to the one of Pizzeria Simulator, overlooking a hill with
poor Glamrock Freddy. He's just... Is he alive? I can't remember.
A lot of corpses.
Not in this ending.
And this time, I can say for sure, all loose ends are finally tied together. Until the books and DLC release.
Yeah, see, I was gonna say, like, it's not all tied together, but it makes sense. But of course, Afton's probably gonna come back, and there's probably gonna be some kind of more games coming up, some more lore definitely. But that is really interesting. I never understood the lore 100%. I watched some videos in the past, like by Game Theory and stuff, you know, back in 2016, 2015, 2014, those early days. But that was like early on. Now that it's been some years, and people piece together the lore. I'm sure there's more videos that explain it in depth a lot better, but that was 10 minutes explanation of the Five Nights at Freddy's lore. I have a way better understanding of it now, and it makes sense to me. It's really cool. It adds a lot of depth to the games. But I think that was pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna leave a like on that. And shout out to Krog once again for making this video. Link is in the description. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video. Comment down below what you'd like me to react to next. As always, my name is MVPerry, and I'll see you in the next video.